In this video, we test the F2 car's damage model, and we use sim damage and sim damage rate. Alright, so first crash of the day, let's break off our front wing and try to get some side pod and floor damage, and look at that, we've got side pod, floor damage, and rear wing damage. Let's check it out. I'm so glad that the F2 cars got updated to have the new damage, but there, no visual damage. What about if we absolutely shove someone into the barrier using our side pod? Well, we've got damage there. It's yellow damage. Let's check it out, and look at that. Look at the damage to our side pod and our barge board area. Big damage, big shark bites to our barge board area, and as you can see, a few holes in the side pod area, so that's pretty good damage, and I'm very happy that it got updated, because I was worried about that. Maybe the only cars that had the new damage were the F1 cars, as we get into another massive crash. Use our rear wing against the barrier. No more damage than we had before, but we continue, and look at that, more visual damage to the rear wing. We didn't have this before, but now we've got a massive chunk taken out of the rear wing, and as you can see on the underfloor, there's a bit of cracks there, a bit of shark bites as well. Let's try to reverse into the walls a few more times at 37 miles an hour, straight into the barrier. I wonder if we have any more damage there as we break off our front wing there. A few more times, and yes, we do. Big damage to the other side now, and even more damage to both sides of the under tray and the rear diffuser area, which is very interesting to see. We don't have that on the F1 cars, but it looks like we have more damage on the F2 cars than we do on the F1 cars. Here's a really nice detail that is also on the F1 cars, is the front nose cone damage. So let's go into a race. Lights out, and away we go. Let's drill our teammate into the barrier with our side pod and completely take out another two cars with our side pod. And let's reverse into the barrier, see if we can get any more rear wing damage. We run into the barrier a few more times. Look at the damage to our side pod and the barge board area. More shark bites, and that's the little scuffing to our rear wing that we can manage. Let's check about the punctures. Do we get those delaminated punctures? Absolutely not. That's only in next gen and PC. Hopefully they can update it for PS4 and the previous gen Xbox, whatever it was for that. But, yep, this is the amount of damage that we could manage, and it's a pretty good amount. Definitely more than I expected. So just like the F1 cars, the damage model definitely is there. It may need to be tweaked a little bit to make it a little bit more sensitive, but as you can see in these shots, we've got floor damage to upper floor, and also big shark bites out of the diffuser in the back and on the barge boards, which looks very, very good, and the holes in the side pod look very nice. So a good step in the right direction for Codemasters and EA, and it's impressive that they could manage to get it on the F2 cars as well. So that'll do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this damage model video, and if any tweaks come to the F1 cars, you know exactly where to come.